Hello, Charlene.
Yes.
Hey, Charlene, this is Tyson. It looks
Hi, Tyson.
it looks like you filled out a form about possibly selling your property over here on Highland Drive.
That would be correct.
Awesome. Well, I was hoping I could learn a little bit more about the property, and then either one or two things would happen. One, my company would be interested in purchasing it. We'd be able to make you an offer. Or two, we wouldn't be interested, and I'd still like to, point you in the right direction of some different resources you would use. How does that sound?
Sounds good.
Awesome. Well, can you catch me up to speed here, Charlene? What's got you looking to sell this place?
Well, ever since, 2011, actually, because it's just life has taken me in other directions, different places, and I just don't have the time, nor the know-how, or anything, and I just need to give it over to someone that, that's their wheelhouse,
Okay.
know.
So can you tell me a
Owning
little
property
bit?
is not my wheelhouse anyway,
Yeah.
My sister, yes, I call her Martha Vila Bob Stewart. She can do anything.
Okay.
Like fix furnaces, install sinks, do the whole make a mean quiche, but not me. So.
Gotcha. Okay. So, are you currently living here?
No, I'm not.
Okay.
I have. Don't worry, I can watch the property 24/7. I have 3 internal cameras and 3 external cameras.
Perfect.
So I watch it, and I go down once in a while, and so it's not in a crime neighborhood,
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's a pretty safe neighborhood.
Good deal. And I'm guessing there's no tenants in the property?
That's correct.
Okay. I just want to get some information about the actual house itself here. I'm seeing on public record that it's 2 bedrooms, 1 bath. Is that right?
That's correct.
And then it's saying that it's just over 1,100 square feet. Does that sound right?
Yeah, sounds about right. And there's possibility to make it like a 1.5 bath, and then put up a faux wall. Because there's a door that leads into this one room with its own closet, so you could easily make that a 3rd bedroom. And then there's a portion of the utility area that one of the prior owners ran electrical and plumbing to. So for someone with the know-how and everything, they could convert that little space into a half bath.
Okay. Very interesting.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to get it pulled up. I can't see a very good street view on it. Is there a garage, or what's the parking situation?
It's got a carport.
Okay, for 1 car?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And then there's you can park in front as well. I know that probably doesn't show it because it sits at the top of the hill, at the end of up in the cul-de-sac, at the top of the hill, surrounded by trees. So that's probably why you can't see it very good.
Yeah, I think that's it. Okay. And is this property on city sewer, or is it on a septic tank?
City.
City sewer.
That's the really cool thing about it. Like, one of the cool things is you're right in the town limits, but it feels like you're in the country. I mean, deer all around. You're just a stone's throw west of the courthouse. And even better yet, it's by one of the largest Army training installations in the country. So it hosts about 60,000 military personnel, mainly Army, Air Force, Marines. There's even a Navy detachment. So there's always permanent and non-permanent parties that come that always need places to rent.
No
so
kidding.
So it's not like it's located in the middle of nowhere.
Right.
It's right by one of the largest military installations. Actually, was on Osama bin Laden's hit list. So
I'm sorry. Wait, what's
interesting
that?
enough, so like the people in the caves of Pakistan, they know about it.
Oh, gotcha.
They know about that military base.
All right, it's on their radar. Serious business over there.
So people in Pakistan and the caves know about that base, and it's pretty well known.
Yeah. Okay. Have you lived in this area like a long time?
Yeah, I was born and raised in
Okay.
just up, Waynesville, Fort Leonard Wood, St. Robert. Yeah.
Okay. And does this property have a basement?
No,
Okay, just one story.
that's correct. Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me ask you, Charlene, what would you rate the condition of the property? Would you say it's brand new right now? Would you say it's good, fair, poor, or scary?
That's scary. I would say, I'd say it's pretty fair. It's an older property. It's going to have its, things. Just needs some elbow grease in some areas, in a few places, and people with the teams and the know-how and the resources can just go in there and go zoop zoop zoop, and it'd be a nice little flip starter home,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What do you think would need to be done? Like, if you did have the teams and the know-how, do you have any idea of what kind of repairs or renovations might be necessary?
Well, there's a couple spots on the roof. There are no active leaks. There never has been. I've owned the property since 2009. And there's never been an active leak. But there's some spots that need some TLC. You know what I mean? I guess that's the best way I can put it.
Right.
If I'm not mechanical or technical, like I said, I've never seen it leak in those areas, in those spots, and no one's ever told me either.
Okay. So haven't gotten any major complaints about it, but something to be aware of.
No.
Okay.
Yeah. It's they don't. We'll just say they don't build the houses now like they used to.
Yeah.
There's reasons houses back then stand for like echelons of time.
Right, they're built to last.
Because they're built to like stand the test of time, not like thrown up like they do nowadays. Throw them up to get them up.
Exactly. It seems like everything nowadays it's made to last for a year, and then you gotta go buy a new one.
Exactly. It's like, how many can we get up?
Yeah.
So we're just gonna go through them real quick. But back in the day, it's like, no, let's not fill up all these houses. Let's take our time.
Mm-hmm.
And really put. So it shows. These older houses are around for a reason. But let me see. There's a place in the kitchen. Just the flooring needs to be done a little redone on the top level. I redid the flooring in the hallway, but there's a place in the kitchen. Let's see. It just needs some, little elbow grease here and there, and some paint and different things, and it'd be good.
Okay. So you think if we were to go in,
it's nothing like catastrophic.
Yeah. Yeah. It's not a full gut, but you think that we need to just do some HGTV renovation. Some new floors, paints, freshen up the kitchen, freshen up the bathrooms, and maybe patch some holes in the roof.
Yeah, something to that effect, I should say. It's a good, sturdy house. Cute little place. I just don't have the time or the resources. I had the misfortune of marrying a military man that took me out to New Mexico and Texas, and then I relocated after that to Illinois to help my mom age in place, and got a job here in Illinois. So I'm like 3 hours from the property, but
okay.
So basically my life has taken me, in another direction. So.
Well, if it sounds to me like you've just kind of outgrown this property and now it's time to turn it into some cash in your bank account. Do I got that right?
Well, I wouldn't say outgrown. I just see when I initially bought the property, I was like, yeah, I'm going to stay here for quite some time. I bought in 2009, but then I met and married my ex-husband, and then we left, you see. So my life just took me in a totally different direction than what I thought.
Okay.
So that's number one. Number two, I just want what I owe on it. I'm not looking to make any profit. I just, just what I owe, and I'm good.
Okay. What do you know how much you owe on it?
Give or take 56. Like 56 and some change without looking it up and getting it down to the penny. It's like 56 and some change.
Okay. And you think that if we were able to get you out of it, obviously, if we were able to pay all the fees and commissions and get you out of it, where you didn't owe any money on it, that looked like a good deal to you?
I'd be sending you guys gift baskets forever,
What's that?
I'd be sending you guys gift baskets in perpetuity, and definitely I'd be sending you guys, it's like I said, my life has taken me in complete other direction, because now I'm kind of settled up here in Illinois, trying to help my mom,
Yeah.
So I really don't really have any reason, to go back, because my nephews are up here now, my mom's up here. I only have family buried down there. I only go down really to check on the property and then, visit my dad's grave and my grandparents' grave. But, everything living, is up here. So I don't really have any, everybody's dead, basically down there. Everybody's up here, living up here, So there's no real reason anymore for me to be down there, except for to visit the grave sites and to check on the property.
Okay.
But if you good guys to do that, I'd be sending you gift baskets forever,
All right. Well, I think, now look, I don't know what we can offer. I don't know any of that yet. I need to take this to my underwriters, but assuming that we can make that work for you, is there anything else you would need to figure out before you wanted to move forward?
No, I just have some items down there that I have to, get a moving truck down for,
Okay.
But, I do have it set up like someone's living there. Like you can go on the cameras right now, and it looks like someone's living there. You see?
Well, that's good. You want to.
Well, yeah.
That shows that you're taking care of the property, right?
Yeah. I mean, and I watch it. Like I said, it has 3 internal cameras, 3 external cameras. And like I said, it's not in a crime neighborhood anyway. It's not in a nice little neighborhood. There's only 1, 2, 3. You go up the road, and there's 3 houses on the right. So there's a judge and an ex-judge and her husband that live in the one house, and then they own the one right next to them, and they rent that one out. And they own the one in between that one and my house, and they're working on getting that one to rent out. So there's only me and them that own that road and that property, up there.
Gotcha.
So it's a safe little neighborhood, and so I don't worry about it, but I do have the capability to watch it 24/7 off my phone.
Absolutely.
And like I said, I do go down once in a while,
Yeah.
So.
Okay. Let me ask you, Charlene, is there anyone that would be upset that you did not speak with them first before you made the decision to sell this property?
I don't think so, because no one talked to me, when they sell property around me, you know what I mean?
Okay. I mean, I've just, there's no anybody else that you'd want to confirm with, or I don't know, anything like that?
No. I mean, that neighborhood has changed, since I've been there since 2009. People have come and gone, but they don't say hi or bye to me, But it's only my name on the property, so.
Gotcha.
You see what I mean?
Yeah, I see you. Okay. Well, Charlene, one thing people love about working with us is that we are flexible with our closing timeline. So I get everybody's situation is different. I know you said that you have some belongings and some things that you would want to get from the property. Now, typically, we close in about 21 to 24 days. Some people love that. Other people want more time. You know, what kind of timeline would work best for you, Charlene?
I could make that work, you know, so I just have to get a U-Haul down there and, you know, pack it up in a day or two, you know. I can make anything work. Let's put it that way.
Okay.
In my line of work, you have to be adaptable. So that's just, you have to be adaptable and flexible in my line of work. So, and professionally, I'm that way, and personally, you know.
Yeah, I hear you.
So I don't, yeah.
Okay. So based on everything you've told me, you obviously, you know, you keep your property in good condition. It might need a little bit of love, a little bit of TLC, but there isn't anything major wrong with it. You know, like the whole electrical system doesn't need to be pulled out, or the whole plumbing system broken, right?
No, I actually had the other half of the house replumbed.
Okay.
Like one of the prior owners had half of it replumbed, and I replumbed the other half. And the electrical I haven't had any problems, you know, for a long time, you know, no issues.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So based on that, you think that if I can go to my underwriters right now and get this approved, you said you owe 56 and some change?
Yep, 56 and some change.
So you think that if I can go to them, we'll call it an even 57, we know it takes care of everything, and we pay the closing costs, there's no fees whatsoever on your end, no realtor fees, anything like that. You think if I could get 57 approved, that would work for you?
Yeah, I mean, like I said, I'm just trying to, you know, just get what I owe, not make a penny, and just, you know, get back up to where I can, you know, focus on my life up here, you know.
Yeah.
Because I can't really focus everything up here when I'm like, you know, always surveying the place down there or going down there here and there, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I have the utilities on. The utilities are going. You know, in the winter I have it winterized. You know, it's, you know, I mean, it's good. You know.
Okay. Well, let's see. I want to make a deal with you, Charlene. Let me do my best right now to make sure that you have either paid that last utility bill or you only have one more left. And listen to this, Charlene, you won't even need to send me a gift basket, okay?
No, I think you all gift baskets forever.
All right. Well, listen, I think I have all the information I need right now. Real quick, I'm going to go get a price from my underwriter, but I just want to make sure that as long as the number makes sense, you are definitely ready to sell today, right?
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I need up from underneath it, you know, because I don't have any, you know, someone else could get more benefit from it than I could, you know. You know, people, especially people that know what they're doing, mechanical, technical people, you know, and flip it a little bit, you know, rent it out, whatever, sell it, you know, because like I said, it's right there by Fort Leonard Wood, and it plays host to about, you know, people, permanent and non-permanent, soldiers, airmen, seamen, Marines, and their families. So there'd always be someone there, you know. So like a deprived area, you know.
Yeah, I hear you. Okay.
So yeah, if you guys could help me out, I'd be, you know, that'd make my that'd make my life.
Yeah. Okay. Are you happen to be home right now, or somewhere where you have access to like internet access or access to your email?
Yeah, I'll email my phone.
Okay. So just to tell you a little bit about our process, the way this typically works is I take the information that you've provided to me, I'll take it to my underwriters, They'll take a look at it. They'll look at the property, and then, we're buying lots of properties all across the country, and we'll look at the different ones that we have currently in that area, and they'll do their thing. They'll sharpen their pencils, and they'll give me a price. I'll come back to you, and I'm going to say, hey, here's what they said. Does this work? Now, if it does work, we go over and we send the offer to you in writing to your email. And then you and I would go over it, make sure that you fully understand it, make sure that it's got all the points that you want, right? Things that are saying how much money we're giving you for it, when we'd close, meaning when you get paid, all the things like that. Make sure that you fully understand it, make sure we're both on the same page. And if we are, then we can go ahead and we can get things moving on it today.
Groovy, yeah, that'd be cool if it works out. But yeah, all that, could it be possible, if it does play out, you guys just send the funds to the lien holder?
Yeah, and, so we take care of all of that.
M&T Bank and all that?
Yeah, we actually, so it's all done through a third-party title company, right? So the way it works is we'd go ahead, we'd send you over the offer, make sure that we both like it, works for both of us, then we both go ahead and sign it, and then we'd send that paperwork to the title company, and the title company is the one who is they're gonna get in touch with the lien holder, and they'll coordinate all the payoff and everything. You won't have to lift a finger. You'll just have to send them over, some simple documents, and really our aim here is to make this the easiest process you've ever dealt with.
Well, that sounds like music to one's ears. And then you guys would assume the title and all that?
Yep.
Or how's that? Okay.
On the close of escrow date, right? So, of course, we give you, like I said, typically we're looking at like 21 to 24 days. But as I said, you get to pick the date. So, it can be sooner than that, or it can even be later if you wish. But based on that, assuming we're able to get a fair price, is there anything else that you think, would stop us from being able to do a deal today?
I don't think so. I mean, I did hear too that houses are selling in that area, no problem. So it's kind of goes what I'm saying, what I'm saying in terms of like Fort Leonard. Now, if that military base wasn't there, then, it'd probably be a pretty depraved area,
Yeah.
But that base really, with all the federal money that flows in there, to the schools and, the community and everything, it's a neat little area. So, but yeah, I don't see any issues, I'm current on my note, I'm current on my utilities, always have been,
Yeah.
It's only me on there, yeah, so.
Okay. Well, listen, Charlene, I think this is all the information I need right now. I can go take this to my underwriter. Are you going to be available in about 5 to 10 minutes? And I can give you a call and go over the offer with you?
I will be. I'm just watching TV, relaxing until work tomorrow.
All right. Well, that sounds like a plan. Well, listen, I'm going to go ahead. We're going to get that finalized. While I do go, I want to let you know that I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me today. And whether or not we're able to do business with each other, I appreciate our time.
Sounds good. And I'll hear from you one way or another here next 10 minutes from this number?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, cool. Good deal. Look forward to hearing from you soon.
All right. We'll call you in a minute.
Thank you.
All right. Bye-bye. Other calls? I was just barely, I think I'm having some technical difficulties with my phone. I was trying to call you from my number and it wasn't working.
Well, no, I got AT&T, like network protection on my phone. So it probably rejected your number, other number.
Yeah, it was weird.
I got some of the most rigid controls on it.
Yeah, well, I mean, I got the same thing with mine. I don't like getting spam calls or anything like that.
Now we got enough of those.
Yeah, but hey,
more.
I got some good news. Well, I got some good news and some bad news.
Okay.
So the bad news is that our cash offer is coming in under what you were looking for. So my underwriters took a look at this, and their number was $53,252.
Okay.
Now, I don't think that you want to have to bring any money to the closing table, because that would suck, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. But the good news is that your property qualified for our concierge service. So is what this means. So basically every single property we look at, we can understand that we have a certain criteria of what we buy properties for, but we can look at something and tell, for instance, in your case, where you have a set price that you want to get for it, where we can look at things and we can say, hey, we think we could get you that price. It just wouldn't be us who was the buyer. So I can't get to your number with a cash offer. In order for me to buy the property, we need to be at $53,000, right? But we have other options. We've crafted tools for this situation. So basically, we make it our business to know every cash buyer in Missouri, right? We have relationships with every hedge fund. We have national buyers. We have local buyers. And we'd also have the ability to list your house on the MLS and capture retail buyers at no expense to you. So no commissions, no closing costs, no fees, no repair costs. So we negotiate hard. We pre-qualify all the buyers. We don't do any open houses. We don't let 50 or 60 people walk through the house. We don't, throw in a lockbox with no code and let people show up whenever they want. But if we were able to do something like that, I think I could get you $60,000 for the house. So you'd actually be able to make some money.
Well, I'd just be happy getting what I owe, you know?
Yeah.
I'll just throw that out there. I'll just be happy with what I get, what I owe, Because, yeah. But yeah, who wouldn't like extra, right?
Well, so I mean, look, if you want us to buy it, we have a couple different options here. I could go back to my underwriters. I could figure out if we could squeeze a little bit more out of them. But honestly, if I were you, I'd want to take the other option. I think that we should go with the concierge service and get you some money so that you actually get paid some money at closing. It's still going to take us, with the concierge service, it's a little bit longer. It's more closer to like a 40-day close. But like I said, we can actually make it so that you'd get some money.
Well, that'd be cool. Like, who doesn't like that? But like, I'll always, be firm and consistent, that I'm just happy with what I owe,
Okay.
So, yeah, that'd be cool, Yeah. Sorry, I'm just like, my brain's all over the place because I'm getting prepping for work tomorrow, and I got, all these other things going on. This is one reason I need to have this off my plate, because I have all these other things going on with my mom's health, mainly my mom's health, and, I was actually just working on her med pill box. She's got like 30 some on meds. So this is I'd say probably the main reason, I need to be able to focus as much as I can on my mom.
Yeah. No, I get that.
So, yeah. So, yeah, this would be really super cool, like really great, like, it'd be awesome,
Well, I mean, look, I'm more than happy to take care of it for you. Like I said, I'd want to get you some money. I'm sure with you taking care of your mom, that, some extra cash certainly wouldn't hurt.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Especially also since student loans are coming up due.
Yeah. I hear you.
Huh?
I hear you.
Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, every little bit, helps, because this would definitely free up my capital every month, about $500 worth of capital every month,
Yeah.
There wouldn't be a reoccurring thing for me too, you know. That helps. And, you know, if you give me some fluff, you know, on the tail end, very cool, you know. So you got this types of stuff that, you know, because I'm not up on, you know, you definitely know your business, but I'm just like, you know, this is not my wheelhouse. Is this how things are a lot done, you know, like through you guys, and like you have third party people, and you know? I just want to make sure that my lien holder's happy at the end of the day.
Oh, of course not. Like I said, I mean, this is all, it's all done like the traditional way with the title company, like, you know, and it's just done so that we handle everything, so it takes it entirely off your plate.
Yeah, because regardless of how happy I am, you know, I like to above all, I like to make the lien holder happy.
Right. Well, here's the good thing is that we have, you know, you would get your own. So we have transaction coordinators here who are assigned to all the different cases. So you would get your very own transaction coordinator, and her entire job, 40 hours a week, is to call you, call the lien holders, and call the title company and make sure that everybody's got everything they need and everybody knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah. I don't envy her job. You know. But that's cool, yeah, that'd be awesome. Yeah, like, let's start working on moving forward here.
All right. So let me prepare the written offer. It's written in third grade English. It's written so guys like me can understand it. I'm going to email you that agreement, and you and I will go through it line by line so we're on the same page. And then within 72 hours, we'll go ahead. We'll have somebody come by whenever you can make it work, however it is we want to. But we'll need somebody to come by and get some photos of the property. And then meanwhile, we hold your hand from today all the way to the closing table. And like I said, my transaction coordinator will give you a call once a week just to keep you updated on how everything's going. Okay?
Okay, cool. And also too, like, you know the old adage, if something sounds too good to be true, it probably isn't. So would you mind if I do my due diligence to vet you guys and too? Like,
oh, absolutely. Anything you'd want. So,
yeah, because, you know, I'm like, this would make, you know, because like I said, I've been saddled with this for, I don't know how long, you know, like, since 2009. Well, 2011. We'll say 2011, you know, and then my life changed. You know, I went to another part of the country, and then I came back, you know, not to that part of the country. You know, I'm 3 hours away from the property, and my life will continue to change. So, you know, having to no longer worry about this property, you know, keep checking the cameras, you know, make sure, you know, nothing crazy happened, you know.
Yeah.
Because there's always something crazy that could happen, you know.
Right.
In that area, no, nothing, you know, nothing, you know, like we talked about, but, you know, crazy things happen all the time. So, you know, just, I'm going to check the cameras and go down there, you know, blah, 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 you know, it's 2011, you know, this would be like quite the gift, you know, because it gave me such a great service, you know, and I know it would, you know, you guys could, you know, do something with it, you know, with all the rental people down, you know, all the renters down there, you know, possible renters and buyers and everything, you know, by that military base. So, yeah. So, yeah, this would be super cool, you know, like this would make one of my dreams come true.
Absolutely.
You know?
Hey, look, that's why we did it. You know, we were able to help, you know, just in January alone, we were to help, you know, 30 other people, similar situation as yourself. Able to move on and basically, you know, get them the most amount of money for their homes as far as an investor offer goes.
Yeah, like I said, this would be a dream come true, you know. Because I told my mom that this was one of the top things that I regret in my life was marrying my ex-husband and buying a house. Because I was like, oh, you know, I'm going to stop being a renter, you know. I'm going to make my money work for me, you know. And that's when I thought, you know, I'm going to buy this property. I'm going to live there, you know. And I was set to live there for like 2 years. And I met that jackass, you know. Then he took me out to the Southwest. So So it's kind of like, you know, my whole life changed, you know, and totally from what I thought it wasn't going to be like. So it took me away from that property. And, you know, now I'm just kind of like, you know, I've been kind of stuck wholly in an empty bag, you know, because I'm never going to return. You know, I don't have the time. I need to, because my mom zaps all my time. Sorry, I'm talking a lot.
No,
I'm a therapist, so we're trained and educated to listen to people.
Yeah.
So when I talk, sometimes I talk people's ear off, so I'm sorry. But, you know, my mom takes up a lot of my time, her health and, you know, my work, taking care of her, and, you know, I just don't have the time, you know, what it takes, you know. So, yeah, this would be like a dream come true, you know?
Yeah. Well, look, here's what I want to do. Let me finish writing this up real quick. I'm going to send it to you, and me and you can go over it. And then once you see it, you'll understand it. But, oh, cool. All right. I'm getting $60,000 for the house, and I don't have to pay any fees. Awesome. And
nice.
Like I said, I want to make sure that you are absolutely 100% comfortable. You know exactly what's going on.
Okay. Well, yeah, like I said, over the, you know, if I could just like run it by one of my people that I know down there. He's a what do you call it, a land and title guy. He's a land and title attorney, you know, down there that I know.
Okay. Perfect. Hey, absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know how, is this pretty common, like, to do it this way?
I mean, yeah, like I said, you know, we were able to help, you know, over 30 people last month. You know, this is definitely one of the main reasons why people love to work with us. Because here's the thing is you get the best, you know, like I said, is for our company's buying criteria, it's just you're going to get less money. When I know that there are people out there who would pay more for it and still take care of everything the same way that we would, meaning you don't have to worry about, you know, any kind of fees or commissions, anything like that. We just deal with all of it. Now, like you said, you know, here's our thing is we're dealing with selling houses and buying houses every single day. So it's just like second nature to us. But I understand that most people don't. And so there's a lot of different things where, you know, people can get jumbled up just because they're not used to dealing with it every day. We take care of all that.
Yeah, this is not my wheelhouse. You know, like, you could break it down in the most layman's of terms, and I'd still be like, huh? You know, like, I still probably wouldn't understand, you know? Because my brain just doesn't, you know, wrap around. I don't have a business mind either, so I'm not mechanical, technical, business-minded, anything like that, medical-minded, psychological, yes. All that other, no, you know. So yeah, so I just ask that you bear with me just a little bit, you know, please.
Hey, of course. Of course.
And I'll just run that by one of my peeps down there and get back to you in like real short order, like as soon as I get a hold of those people down there.
So here's what I want to do is let me type this up. I'll send it over to you. Okay. And then me and you can go through it so that you know exactly like what questions to go ahead and ask them. How's that sound?
Okay.
All right. Give me just 1 second here. All right. I'm just finishing it up.
Okay. Yeah, like I said, I think you make the best point. You know, you guys, you do this in your sleep. You know, this is all you do all day long, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And someone like me, like, you know, I don't come across this all the time, you know? So, you know, some of it, so there's a learning curve.
Exactly.
You know, kind of want to.
Well, here's the thing is, look, I wouldn't expect to be able to sit down and do your job. I wouldn't be able to just sit there and all of a sudden, you know how to be a therapist. I don't do that every single day, right? I haven't been trained for it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah. So we definitely know, but I definitely smell what you're stepping in, and you're picking up what I'm throwing down. Oh, let me see. Have you sent it yet?
No, I haven't. I'm
okay.
coming through. I'm filling it out right now.
Oh, it's okay. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm still kind of like, I'm like, is this surreal? You know, like, I'm like, this would be like, this is awesome.
Well,
you know?
Hey, that's what we're here for.
I'm like I said, I'm just kind of like speechless, you know, because and I'm usually not a speechless type of person. So I mean, like I said, yeah, this would be like, you know, be awesome. I said, I'm just like, oh my goodness. Ah.
Hey, look, that's how I want you to feel. Because look, here's what's going to happen, Charlene. At the end of this transaction, you're going to be so blown away. And is what you're going to do is you're going to go to my company's website and you're going to write a review and you're going to say, I was so impressed with Tyson Smith and he is the best employee ever and you should give him a raise. And then I'm going to take that to my boss. I'm going to say, look what this lady said.
Oh, you know I will. Like, what is your website now? I'll bring it up on my other phone here.
It's WeBuyHomesCash.com.
Hold on here. So, We Buy Homes. Oh, I think it just came up on its own.
It's going to be like a white and green website.
Oh, white and green. Let's see. We Buy. Oh, no, that's not it. We Buy Homes.
Yep, WeBuyHomesCash.com.
Yeah. Okay, let me pull it up here. Oh, wait. It would help if I could type it in, right? That would help. That would help. Website. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Yes. Okay. That right here.
Did you find it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I was trying to tell my boss. He said, you need to get a picture of me on there.
Well, yeah, I'll
Get us some more people.
Oh, yeah. Well, I'll definitely give you a good rating here for sure, because this would make my,
All right.
year here.
I just finished it up. Let's see here.
You guys are doing it all around the country, huh?
Yep, for the most part. There are some states we don't do, like Alaska.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah.
Oh. Very cool.
All right. It should be coming in your email any second now.
Let me see here. Let me see. Oh. Oh, there's your picture.
There we go. You see it?
Yeah, I see you.
There I am. Oh, it's Blake's. Oh no, so that's not me. That's one of the owners of the company.
Oh, well, it comes. He's got his picture down there.
Yeah, it's because he's the one who has to sign on these things. Handsome fellow, no?
Yeah. No. So just hit review documents.
Yeah, hit review documents. So this isn't you signing or anything. It's just this is so you can open up and see the document. So me and you can go through it.
Okay. Hold on.
So let me know when you have it opened up. It's gonna say "We Buy Homes Cash" at the top, and then it'll say "Purchase Contract and Escrow Instructions."
Oh, here's the face should the documents for equity protection program.
Yep.
And then I hit I agree and then continue.
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, purchase contract and escrow instructions.
Yep. All right. So the very first paragraph up there, that's just it's saying, hey, that this is a purchase contract, that it's effective at the day it's signed by both parties, so me and you, and that it compromises the entire agreement between us two. So this is the most important page right here. And the reason why is because you'll see right there in section 1, it says basic terms, it says property address. That's the address of the property we're buying. No other address for any other property. It's that one right there. And then under there's a number. It's the APN. That's just the assessor's parcel number. It's essentially another address that the state gives the property. It's just to be very specific, let them know, yep, this is exactly the property we're buying. Then you'll see that the legal description is provided by the title company, which we'll get to in a sec. Then it's saying that, hey, the property we're buying is the one at that address with all the improvements, fixtures, and appurtenances thereon, incidental thereto, plus the personal property. So what this means is that we're buying everything at that real estate. We're buying it as is, which is something we'll get to in a minute, which basically means you go through, you take everything that you want, and you can leave everything else there. You just take what you want. If you leave something there, we deal with it. How's that sound?
Sounds all right.
All right. So the next is earnest money. You'll see it's $100 right there. That's the earnest money deposit that we use to open up escrow. So that's just to open up the escrow account. So I want to be perfectly clear here. We will not be the actual end buyer. There will be somebody else who's purchasing the property. That person is the one who's going to pay the $60,000 that you see below, meaning that is going to be the price that you will get for the property. So I don't know exactly how much your lien is. You said somewhere around $56,000, maybe $57,000. So that means that
and some change.
Yeah, that means that we stand to get a check of about $3,000, assuming that there's no, nothing else crazy. I can't see a title report, so I don't know, but
I inherited it with no title problems. I haven't put any title problems on it. The utilities are all paid, everything, the property tax is all paid. Everything's rolled into my escrow, so there shouldn't be anything outstanding.
Okay, good. So the next part is going to be the close of escrow. So I've got March 23rd here. So that's a little, like 45 days from now. So that is the day when the property will be sold. That's the day you're going to get paid. Does that work out for you?
Yeah, just in general it does,
Perfect. So next we got the escrow agent. The name of the title company is Senvoy. So they're a title company. They, do transactions all across the country. We use them for pretty much all of ours. They do some good work over there. So they're the people who are going to be responsible for calling the lien holder, getting the payoff statement, and then making sure at closing that the lien holder gets paid, and then also that you get paid your money.
Okay.
Then you'll see.
Like I said, as long as the lien holder is satisfied, and
Yeah. And then next, the parties. So this is the seller. That's you. Is that? Did I spell your name, your first and last name correct?
You did. The only thing is, I don't know if it matters really per se, but my maiden name is still on.
Oh, gotcha.
On the property.
No worries. The title company will be able to handle that. That'll be okay.
Okay, yeah, because I still use my maiden name with them.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because I was like, oh, that's probably going to be a lot to transfer over,
Yeah.
you know, when I got married. And then I was like, oh, it's probably going to be a lot to deal with to transfer it back. So I just, when I call them and make my payment, I just, you know, Charlene Pendleton, call her with my payment, you know.
Yeah. All right, so we got you there. Then we got the buyer. That's us. That's We Buy Homes Cash, LLC. Next.
Mine says 25.
Oh, so that's just underneath that. That's the inspection period. You see above it where it says buyer and then it says We Buy Homes Cash LLC?
Oh, that's listed on mine up underneath the earnest money.
Do you, you know what it is? If you want to go ahead, you're on your phone, aren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you know what it is? If you scroll up to the very top, there's going to be a little slider button on the top left that says mobile friendly or like view and mobile friendly. You want to turn that off because for some reason, DocuSign does not have a good understanding of what mobile friendly means.
Oh, okay, I got it.
You see when you turn it off, now it all makes a little bit more sense?
Yeah. Now it says exactly what you were saying, you know, where the We Buy Homes is up there.
Yeah. Yeah, Meredith, she does crack herself up. Perfect. So do you see where I'm at now, where I'm saying that we got you, the seller, we got us, the buyer?
Yep.
And then we got the inspection period. So we'll go over the inspection period in a minute. It's got its own paragraph, but basically says we got a 25-day inspection period. And this is for us to do our marketing of the property and go ahead and get that buyer for you. Now, here's one of the best parts right here, section 1.10. Closing amounts to be paid as followed. Escrow fees and costs, 100% by buyer. Standard title policy, buyer. HOA fees, everything else that could possibly be a closing cost, 100% by buyer. You will not be responsible for any of the fees. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
All right. Love it. Is there anything that you have questions about on this first page, or does this all make sense to you?
It does. I guess my one question is for the inspection, is that still like as is and everything?
Yeah. So we're gonna get to that. The inspection period is for us to be able to go in. And now here's the thing, Charlene. I think you're telling me the truth, but what happens if we went over there? Because we're buying these houses all across the country, right? And you know, the thing is you're an honest person, but not everybody we deal with is. And we've actually had people, believe it or not, who've lied to us, and they've said, "Oh yeah, you know, we remodeled the property and we did all this and that."
Oh.
And then we go see the property, and what do you think we see? Right? It's like a couple sticks like glued together with Elmer's glue, right?
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. So
yeah, I describe as best as I can, you know, in terms of like, you know, my limited mechanical and technical, you know, knowledge.
So,
you know,
I get you. Is there any like? Now I'm gonna cover the inspection period. There's gonna be a whole other paragraph, and that'll make more sense. But yeah, we're buying the property entirely as is. It's not like we're gonna go over there. I'm gonna say, "Hey, Charlene, I noticed that there were some holes in the roof, and we're actually gonna have to dock off $10,000 off the purchase price. Is that cool?" None of that's gonna happen.
I got you. It's just more like a safeguard, in case, you know, someone hasn't been honest.
Yeah.
And you can, you know, avoid with that clause, you can avoid people that, you know, so like you gave the example. Yeah, we renovated. It looks perfect. You know, and then you get over there, it's like grossly not perfect. You know.
Yeah.
Like total end of the other spectrum. Okay, I guess that makes sense. I mean.
All right. Well, look, so then we'll move down here. It's going to say personal property to be included in the sale includes all items attached and affixed to the property as of the effective date and the following. And then if you scroll down, you're going to see there's a big fat empty box. Do you see that big fat empty box?
Mm-hmm.
The reason why it's empty is because, like I told you, you are free to take anything you would like that is not nailed into the property. And anything you don't want to take, go ahead and leave it.
that where I would outline the stuff?
No.
Or...
So no, I'm saying like if we had something specific, like if you had told me that there was like, so for instance, the only time we've used this is like one time we bought this house and there was an old Volkswagen Beetle in the garage, and I was negotiating with the man, and he was really giving me a run for my money, and I need to get a better deal, so I made him throw in the car with the property. And so right there we wrote in like Volkswagen Beetle to be included, you know, but we don't have anything in here because all we're asking for is the real estate.
I gotcha.
Does that make sense?
Want my wigs, you know?
Yeah. You can keep those.
Yeah, I'll keep the wigs.
All right. So next is we got additional terms and conditions. As you can see, it's empty. Here's where we can write some additional things in if we needed to, but this is a pretty cut and dry deal, so we don't need to do any of that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Next, look at this. This is good. Purchase and sale of the property. So for the purchase price, the $60,000 that we set forth, you agree to sell, and we agree to buy. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next is the status of title. So this is instructions exclusively for the escrow agent, and it's saying that they're going to give us title insurance. And is what that does is they make sure that they're telling us that they've cleared all the liens of the property. They know that Charlene can sell the property. They know that they've taken care of any lien holders, and they know that we can buy the property.
That makes sense.
All right. So now here it moves us to the inspection of and access to the property. So is what this is saying is that we are able to cancel the agreement during our inspection period for any reason. Because like I said, if during our inspection period we go there, now look, I know you're honest, but like I said, not everybody is. And, we've actually had people lie to us, and after that we've had to cancel the agreement. Now, of course, that's not what we want to do, but it's saying that we have the right to during our inspection period.
I gotcha.
Does that make sense? Does that sound fair?
Yeah.
All right. Next, we got the instruction to release the deposit upon cancellation during the inspection period. Is what this is saying is if we cancel the agreement, now, of course, that's not what we want to do, but if we did, we would get our $100 EMD back.
Gotcha.
Does that sound fair?
Oh, yeah.
All right. Does everything on page 2 make sense to you?
Affirmative.
All right. And again, if you have any questions at all that come up, you let me know.
Will do.
All right. So if we scroll down to page 3 here, we got the lead-based paint disclosure. Now, is what this says is a lot of blah, 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 because if you read the last sentence, it says buyer waives the 10-day opportunity to conduct a lead-based paint inspection and risk assessment. Here's the thing. We don't care if there's lead-based paint. We're going to take care of it anyway.
Yeah, because like it says, anything before 78 probably does.
Yeah.
Is that what that's? Yeah.
Yeah. So, but it's saying, look, it doesn't even matter to us. We're not worried about it. Because normally, like if you were to sell this property with the realtor and all that, you'd have to go through and fill out that form and a whole bunch of other nonsense that we don't even care about. We're just saying, nope, we don't need to deal with that.
No, I've seen that before. Yeah, lots of times.
All right.
So yeah, that's pretty straightforward.
Good deal. So next we got as is purchased, existing condition as of close of escrow. So this means 2 things. Number 1, that we are saying we're buying this property as is. We're saying that Charlene does not need to go make any repairs to the property. We like it just the way it is. Now, what this also means is that if Charlene goes and she starts taking a sledgehammer to the kitchen while we're during our inspection period, that we could also cancel the contract. So, no taking sledgehammers to the kitchen. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I don't have to worry about that.
Yeah. All right, next we got the escrow, close of escrow, closing costs, and prorations. Now, what this is saying is that we are going to get an escrow agent, this is the title company, to make sure that everything is closed just the way that we've outlined here in this contract. Now, it's saying that the close of escrow that we put up at the top there, that March 22nd, that works. It's saying, and then it talks about prorations. So have you paid the real estate taxes on this property for this year?
All I know is everything gets rolled into the escrow, and
Yep.
you know, they said I had a shortage last something. I think I'd have to look at the escrow statement, but it's something like there's a short. Sometimes there's a surplus, sometimes there's a shortage, and I think this time was a shortage, and so they're upping my payment to compensate or something. The bottom line is I've never gotten anything like, you know, you're deficient on this, you're deficient on that.
Gotcha. Perfect.
It just all takes care of everything in my escrow or whatever.
Gotcha. Well, so I just want to make sure that you're 100%, you know, we understand all that's going on, and that's saying that if you haven't paid any property taxes, they would be taken out. But if you have paid the property taxes, you'll actually get reimbursed for them, and you'll only be responsible for them up until the dates that you own the property.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yeah, everything's current. Yeah,
Okay.
and everything's current, so.
Good deal. So the next is the cure notice, the remedies, the attorney's fees. Now, what this is spelling out is what would happen if either of us doesn't go through with our word. So it's saying, you know, if all of a sudden at closing that you only get $40,000 for the property and the lien isn't paid off, that, you know, you'd be able to cure us on that. And this is saying that if for some reason, you know, you all of a sudden decide one day before closing, you call me and you say, Tyson, I'm not selling the house, that we would have to take you to court over that. Does that make sense?
I don't know. Yeah, that's always been my intention, was to either rent or sell.
Well, exactly. And that's the thing is if you're selling us the house, we want you to sell the house. You know, we want you to be, you know, fully like, yep, this is the decision I want to make.
Yeah, that's always been my intention, is to rent or sell to free up my capital, you know.
Right.
So, you know.
All right. The next page here, it says no oral changes or representations. And this is basically saying that everything in this agreement is what's agreed upon. And if it's not expressed in writing, then it's not part of the contract. This is in every contract, right? It's just saying that this is the whole thing. But as you can see that, you know, we're making sure we cover everything that I promised you in here.
Yeah.
All right. Next is the notices. Now, is what this is saying is that any of the information that we're communicating during the transaction, that it's going to be, you know, put in writing, and that it can be in writing. And that means that if it's done on email, that's totally fine. Right? So it's saying we got all kinds of different ways. You can do personal delivery, email. We can do registered mail, postage prepaid, anything like that.
Okay. As long as in some sort of written fashion.
So no smoke signals, okay?
No. No sign language. No.
Yep. All right. Next, we got the miscellaneous. So look, this is saying for the first one, we have addendum, acknowledgments, and additional terms and conditions. The parties agree to be bound by the additional terms and conditions specified by section 1.12. Now, if you'll remember, and you can even scroll up a little bit, 1.12 is one of those big, fat, empty white boxes. So we don't have anything there. And also, it's saying that we can go ahead and we can use addendums. So in the event that you call me and you say, Tyson, you know, I was really hoping that we could actually move close of escrow actually the next day. We could extend this one day because, I don't know, whatever reason you may have, you know, you got, I don't know what it is. You got a hot date. We'd say, no problem. We'll go ahead and get an addendum. And then in the addendum, so long as we both sign it, we can agree to make a change, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Lastly, we got the assignment. So this is saying that we can assign the contract or any of its rights here under to anybody else. Now, what an assignment means is that, like, this is what I'm talking about where I say we're not going to be the buyer, that somebody else is going to be the buyer, but they're going to have to stay true to all of these terms in the contract. Does that make sense?
Yeah, because you're kind of like servicing it for them.
Exactly.
Right?
Yep.
Yeah.
You nailed it. All right. Any questions about page 3?
No, seems pretty pretty good.
All right.
Pretty, can understand it, yeah.
Good deal. So now we're through the bulk of it, by the way. Now we go down to page 4 here. So it's saying buyer's marking of its contract interest. So this is where we're saying like, hey, we are going to market the property. You know, we'll have the property on the MLS. Like I said, we're going to send it to all of our buyers we know that are going to be paying the most for properties over there. You know, all of our hedge fund buyers, our national buyers, everybody like that, right? But it's saying that we're going to go ahead and we're going to market this property on your behalf. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. Next, we got the time is of the essence. Time is of the essence with respect to all performance of the terms, conditions, and provisions in this contract. What that means is the dates we have in here are the dates. Those are not just fairy tale dates. Like, they actually mean something. Those are the days we're going to do those things. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
All right. Next is choice of law, is saying that this contract will be governed and enforced under the laws of the state where the property is located without regard to any conflict of law provisions. So this is saying this can be handled under ML law, right?
Yep, Missouri law. Mm-hmm.
All right, next is memorandum of contract. This is saying that we can execute a memorandum or an affidavit of interest in the contract with the official records of the recorder of the county. What that means is that we can put a little paper at the county records that says, hey, we're buying this house. It's just, you know, like I said, we like to do everything above board. It's not anything you have to deal with or anything like that.
Sounds good.
Next is electronic execution and counterparts. It's saying that we can do this by electronic means, i.e. what we're looking at right now on DocuSign, and that us doing it on DocuSign is just the same as us sitting across from you and, you know, we had pen and paper.
Yeah, like most transactions nowadays are.
Yeah.
You know?
Exactly. And then last thing here, we got the buyer disclosures and voluntary agreement. This is where we are just want you to acknowledge that one member is a licensed real estate agent, and that we are a wholesale buyer, which means that we are an investor who may assign our contract for a profit. What that means is that the person that we get to buy the house is going to have to pay our fee, not you.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that is the bulk of the agreement. The rest of this here is just where we go ahead and sign. Does everything on this page make sense to you? Everything here on page 4?
Yeah, pretty common sense, no nonsense.
All right.
You know, especially when you relay it to me, because a lot of it, you know, the way it's written is kind of like legal jargon. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It's written in the, what do they call it? Legalese?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So the way you explain it, you can understand a lot easier.
All right. So if you want to keep scrolling down to the page that says at the top, we buy homes cash, and then it says novation and indemnification agreement.
Yep.
All right. So what this whole document is saying is that, one, you are getting the price of $60,000. That we are going to make sure we get you that price. But it's saying that in the event we may need to switch out the contract for a different one that'll allow for a traditional form of financing. This is how we open it up to the most amount of buyers, so we're not just looking at cash buyers. So when we list it on the MLS, if we find somebody who's like, oh, I just want to buy this with a traditional bank loan, we can go ahead and make that happen to them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
So it's just saying, look, it's put on this date, like right at the beginning. We got, hey, this is you, the seller. We got you, Charlene, and we got me, We Buy Homes Cash. And it's saying that we entered into an agreement of sale, and then this will be dated the day that we signed. And it's saying that it's for that address of the property, no other one. And it's saying for the price of $60,000. Now, it's saying that we have agreed that we can assign or novate this agreement of sale in favor of a new agreement with a new buyer, so long, now look, here's what it means. So long that one, the other buyer is able to pay the same price, and two, the other buyer is buying it as is, And 3, that the other buyer is paying all of the closing costs.
So basically, no matter how, if they have, the cash themselves, or they have to have a bank front it, or whatever way whatever way they do it, they satisfy what you just said.
Exactly.
Kind of basically all the thrust of, I'm absolved of any, funds out of, that I'd have to put up, or, anything. What was the other one that you said? There's 2 others.
It's saying the closing.
Basically.
Yeah. It's
yeah.
Yes, exactly. We're making sure that everything is still the same. That you're still getting everything that you need. But the only thing that can change is, right, so that it can get those other buyers, the ones who may need bank financing.
Yeah. It opened it up, but as long as they're still, but it would mandate that they still adhere to to the basics.
Yeah, and look, it's got everything. It's saying, like, if you look, it says, like, renovation repair obligations. This is saying that it agrees that we are responsible, like the buyers, that's We Buy Homes Cash. We are responsible for all the inspection costs, any renovations, any replacements or repairs, any appliances that need to be serviced, any of that. That's us. We are responsible for it. Do you get that?
Everything. Yeah, basically everything.
Yeah. Hey, look, like I told you, we're going to make this the simplest, best transaction ever. And at the end of it, you are going to give the nicest review of all time. And you're going to say, man, that Tyson fellow really, he kicks some butt.
Oh, yeah. They say the only thing in life that are certain are death and taxes, and they're just trying to burial tax on the way out. So I'm going to add to the list, positive reviews and Mr. Smith. So, thinking add that to the short list. Taxes, death, and then a burial tax on the way out, and then Mr. Smith. You rocked and rolled,
Yep. All right, let's see. Let's go down to the next. Does everything on this page make sense?
Yeah. The way you say it, yeah.
All right. Okay, next page. So this is more of the same. This is saying, like, on the indemnification, this is saying that we identify and we hold you harmless against any damages or injuries that we would get due to looking at the property, like doing our inspection, right? So it's saying that, we cannot sue you because I sent over a repair guy and the repair guy slipped and like, I don't know, hurt his back or something, right?
Basically, you incur all the costs, all the liabilities, you facilitate everything, basically.
Yep.
Yeah, that would be my luck. Someone get over there and slip or something.
Right.
And,
Well, look, and that's the thing is,
okay.
Yep, when we make sure that you're protected here.
I could see someone trying to do something like that.
Yeah.
A little bit for bad luck that I've no luck,
So the next, we got net proceeds payable to seller. Here's this important. It says upon closing, you are going to get $60,000. The only thing would be the prorated taxes, and that's it. Right?
Okay. So would they take the prorated taxes out of $60,000?
Yes, assuming there are any. But if everything's up to date, then you would actually get a little bit of money back.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay.
All right. Next, failure to close. So this is saying that if whoever we end up finding a buy, and for whatever reason they don't close, that we are reinstated and that we have the opportunity, like, we'll find another person for you, right?
Okay.
Now, we haven't had this happen because, like I said, we vet these people very carefully and we make sure that they're ready to go,
They're primed.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now, the last part here is the entire agreement. It says that this writing constitutes the understanding and that any other prior ones, so the first 4 pages, are merged within it. So it's just all part of the same agreement.
Okay.
And then there's the last part of that page, and that's where we both go ahead and put our John Hancocks, and that moves us to our very last page. This is a fun one. Only you get to sign this one. And this last one is just a permission slip. And is what it says is that you are allowing us to list the property on the MLS for the purpose of marketing and selling the property. And we handle all of it for you. So you don't have to deal with any realtors or any buyers or anything like that. You just get to talk to the title company and to the transaction coordinator. Her name's Valentina, by the way. You're gonna love her.
Oh, nice. I love her already.
Yeah. So does that all make sense?
Oh, yeah. So basically, maybe you guys should change your names from We Buy Homes Cash to something else.
Well, so here's the thing, is this concierge service is only available for select properties like yourself, because most of the time we do want to buy them. And, but
I see.
The thing is, when I know that there's a deal, something like this, that we can help you out, because here's the thing is, so many realtors, Charlene, are so incompetent. Like, they'll go put your house up on the market for 6 months and won't sell it, and you won't be able to do anything about it. And that's the last thing we want.
Yeah. Well, do you have someone or some people in mind?
Oh, yeah. I mean,
already?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, in Missouri, I can already, so this isn't actually my part of the job. We have a whole nother guy that deals with all of it. But yeah. I mean, I know of 5 or 6 people who are going to be real interested in this, and here's the thing is we have to put the closing date out a little bit farther just in case, because, we never want to have to go back on what we said. But it's very likely that I could go ahead and, we get everything filed and done. And, we could give you a call in 3 days and say, hey, Charlene, we can actually close whenever you want.
Yeah, because don't give me a teaser here.
Well, hey, look, see,
we're going to go through all this, and because basically now I'm starting to understand more. You guys basically facilitate. You guys are like a listing agent, that's kind of like a realtor, huh? You're like the.
Here's the thing: we are not acting as a realtor in this situation. We are not a real estate agent. Is what we are doing is we are leveraging, we've recognized a fact here, and that is, Charlene, that through our other endeavors of purchasing properties and flipping them, we happen to meet a lot of other people who are doing the same sort of thing. And when we flip properties, because like I said, we're selling so many houses that we've gotten really good at it, right? And it's well, we could take this skill set, we can help out other people, even if we're not the ones to buy their house. And it's actually a really genius idea that that the owner of the company came up with, because everybody who's done this loves it.
Yeah, I probably sorry, I mean,
no, you're fine.
Because forget it. If I don't spit something out, I'll forget it. I guess that was just me trying to make more sense in my mind. How it all works.
Yeah.
But if I kind of miss the mark,
No, you got it.
No, but I do see more what you're saying. But yeah, like I said, as long as my lien holder's good, and you guys say you take the funds and you electronically send it to them,
Exactly. It's all done. Yeah. So
no money passes through me, it goes directly to them.
Right. The way it happens is what'll happen is basically once we get all this signed, we send it to the title company. The title company is going to pull a title report, and they're going to see, okay, there's a lien on this property held by this bank or whoever it is. They're going to call that bank, and they're going to say, hey, we see here that, Charlene is selling the house. Can you go ahead and tell me how much exactly she owes? And they're going to say, yep, it's $56,000 and some change. And then the title company will say, okay, perfect. Will you go ahead and give me your wiring instructions? And then at the close of escrow, the end buyer is going to deposit the money into the escrow account. and the title company is going to take that $56,000 and some change, and they're going to send it on over to the lien holder, and the lien holder is going to say, amazing, thank you, we're all closed out on Charlene. And then they're going to take the rest of the money, and they're going to send that to you, Charlene.
Okay. Oh, yeah, because I don't want to have any of that money passed through my hands onto them, you know?
Nope, you don't have to deal with any of it.
Nice. Nice. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, sometimes it sounds like you cut out. Sometimes you can be telling yourself not even know it, you know?
Yeah, well, I'm telling you, I don't know what's up with these phones or the service or something. But, so, I mean, now that we've gone through the agreement, do you see anything that you have any kind of questions of? I mean, it sounds to me like, you got an understanding of what's going on here.
Yeah, I have more of a conceptualization, yeah. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, it's cutting out again. AT&T, I don't know.
Yeah. So, I mean, what do you think? Here's the thing is, if you understand everything, I don't think there's any reason to delay this anymore. I think let's go ahead, let's get this filed, let's send it on over to the title company, and then we can be one step closer to making sure, like I said, you don't have to pay another utility bill, and we even get some money in your bank account.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Just if I could just run it by someone tomorrow, because I hate to, anyway, sign contracts without someone else, like looking at it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I can understand wanting to do that. I mean, was there a part about it that you were like unsure of, or?
No, I understand. Unfortunately, the day that we live in, the age that we live in, the day and age that we live in, you just have to trust but verify.
Yeah.
Everyone and everything,
Yeah.
Unfortunately, nothing personal, and I do understand, like a lot more than I did, but if I could just run it by someone, because I'm all in. I just, just for my own sanity.
Well, hey, listen, I get you. And like I said, look, the last thing I wanted you to do is for you to do anything you're uncomfortable with.
No, because I definitely want to, like, sign off. I just, like I said, now, unfortunately, the times that we live in, you have to trust but verify, so.
Yeah.
Nothing personal, like, I'm, I want to do it all in right now, but I think it would just behoove me to just have someone else say, oh, yeah, that's cool,
Okay. Well, it's just the reason why I say is the last thing I want is for all of a sudden tomorrow to come and then you say, oh, no, it's all right. I can wait another day. And then all of a sudden, the opportunity goes away.
No.
But here's the thing is if you come through it, you're wanting to go. I mean, here's the thing is it's illegal to put anything illegal in a contract. If you do that, all of a sudden it's not binding anymore. It's not admissible in a court of law. Look, we're here. We want to help people out. We want to make sure that, here's the thing, if I could tell you that, where our offer was at and stay there, but look, I want to help out. I wanted to get you some extra money. We're not trying to do anybody sideways or anything like that. That's no way to do business. We wouldn't be around if that's how we did things.
No. I got you. But if I could just, tomorrow change the date a little bit,
Okay.
Is that all right?
Yeah, well, hey, look, of course it is. Do you know what time you'd be able to have somebody look at it tomorrow?
Just as soon as I could, I'll work on it, first thing, when the office is open.
All right. Well, so, hey, what time should I reach it? Should I give you a call back tomorrow? See if you have any questions.
I get off work at 6:30.
Okay.
And I like I said, yeah.
Well, so do you think,
Time,
I mean, do you think you'll be able to look at it before then, and then you can go ahead and, okay, yep, looks good, and put your initials on there, and we can get moving?
I should be able to get hold of somebody, you know. You would think.
All right? Yeah, of course.
It may not be the exact person I want, but he's got a son that works, you know, underneath him.
Yeah.
Probably get him, or this other lady I know. You know, I just, like I said, nothing personal. You know, like I want to do it. I'm going to do it. You know, but unfortunately, the days and times that we live in, you know.
Hey, look.
And I think you'd want probably someone, you know, who, you know, to be in business with, you know, that.
Hey, I hear you, Charlene.
Cares about their investment.
Of course.
You know,
of course.
And
here's the thing is, I just think I'm just so used to this that it's just like, you know, it's the exact conversation we had before. It just seems normal. But I totally get what you're saying.
Yeah, for you. Yeah, I know, because you guys do that 24/7, 365.
Yeah.
You know, it's like second nature. It's like you do it in your sleep. It's like the air you breathe. You know, but like I said, unfortunately, there's just so many. I'll just say that the days and times that we live in, unfortunately, you know, you can blame that. How about that?
Well, here's the thing. It's no big deal. I mean, look, you want to have somebody look at it tomorrow, that's no problem at all. When you get the opportunity to send it over, and when they look at it and they're like, hey, all right, this sounds like a good deal. You can go ahead and you've used DocuSign before, right? You know, you just tap the buttons and there you go. All right, perfect.
Yeah, I know how to use it.
Perfect. Well, is what I'm going to do is you have my number. So if you do have any questions or anything comes up, you give me a call. And if I haven't heard from you, I'll give you a call tomorrow, okay?
No, you'll hear.
Awesome. Well, yeah, and like I said, if something does come up and all of a sudden, you know, tonight you're sitting there watching TV and you're like, oh, I wonder about this, just shoot me a text. You know, I'm available.
Oh, nice. Are you over in the mountain
What's
time zone in Arizona? Are you over in Arizona, the mountain time zone?
Yeah.
Okay.
What time is it there?
Central is 7-ish.
Oh, gotcha.
7 to 10.
Okay, yeah, we're just an hour behind.
Okay, yeah, I used to be an hour behind when I lived in El Paso, Texas.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, like I said, I definitely want to, and I plan on it. I just, you know, like I said, the times we live in, like I say, you can just fault that, you know, and just for my, you know, just run it by someone, and then we'll be good.
All right.
So we're good anyway.
All right.
Just do that, but I appreciate it. Yeah, and I'm excited. You know, like, don't get me wrong.
Hey, look, like I said, I want you to be fully, you know, I want you to be 2 feet in, no 1 foot in, 1 foot out. I want you to be able to look at it and have the peace of mind knowing that, you know, you made the right decision and everything like that, right? So. Yeah,
and this is overall, you know, this is the best decision. I just need to have trust but verify, you know what I mean?
Of course.
Like, just have, because you don't know me from Adam and I don't know you from Adam, you know? But, you know, just someone that, you know, that I do know, just like, yeah, you know, thumbs up, Charlene.
Yeah.
You know, it just kind of give me a little bit more, you know, sanity in my life. And I'm probably just hyper vigilant because, you know, like I try to take care of my mom and my work and, you know, so I may just be hyper vigilant anyway. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or it could just be my personality. I'm diagnosed OCD, left brain, you know. So it could be a combination of my personality, you know, stressing with my work and my mom, and then, you know.
Right. Well, hey, and I get
so you can
that.
blame it on all that, you know.
I get that, and that's why I like to go through it with people. You know, most of the time we're able to look at it and be like, "Oh, yeah, this makes sense," but you know, I understand.
Yeah, and I appreciate you taking the time to break it down, you know, for me, because that, you know, because I could sit there and read it and really not make heads and tails of it, you know. But
I get you.
You know, you helped me understand a lot more. So yeah, I've been like Flynn. But, you know, the times that we live in and my personality and everything, probably, you know, like, trust and verify, you know. So I will definitely be calling you tomorrow, you know.
All right. Well, that sounds like a
plan.
And
you have my number, too. So.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey,
I
Charlene.
appreciate it so much. I'm excited.
Absolutely. Me too. Well, listen, I'm excited to get the opportunity. Thank you for taking the time to speak with me today. Hope you have a wonderful
No,
rest
thank
of your
you.
night, and I look forward to hearing from you tomorrow, okay?
Yes, for sure. Thank you so much.
All right. Have a good night.
Thank you. No, thank you. You have a good night.
All right.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.